Here's Johnny.
How are you tonight? You sound very nice. A lot of people from Iowa, I understand. Okay. How many of you from Iowa have heard of a town? Corning, Iowa. I was born in Corning, Iowa. I lived in Red Oak, Shenandoah, Clarinda, Avoca. You know all those towns? Yeah, live in all the towns. Anyway, good luck in the Rose Bowl. Anyway, what was I saying? Christmas is over. By the way, in case you don't work out as an audience tonight, we have a test tube audience to replace you. Hello, Tom.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you? You have a nice Christmas? Get everything you wanted?
Nothing.
What do you get from a man who has nothing? By the way, Doc is, I guess, is obviously off.
Doc is off, yes.
You know where he's at?
He's in Rome.
He's in Rome?
Oh, Nome, one of those.
No. Starts with one of those letters. No, he's in Rome. He'll be back a couple of days. I should not kid Tommy because Tommy, as I've mentioned before, had a tragic childhood. No. When he was 12 years old, he had a traumatic experience. He found out his parents were putting him on when they said he wasn't, that he was adopted. Was there a joke there? Putting him on when he wasn't. What?
I'm searching for it.
Doesn't make any difference. We have plenty of time. As I mentioned a moment ago, he threw me with Nome. As you probably know, they had the first test tube baby. The original one was born in England, so a couple of years ago. They had the first successful test tube baby, I guess this week in the United States, right? That is really not the first in this country. I guess I can tell it now. I am the first test tube comedian. Now, the way that worked, they took an egg from Henny Youngman. They fertilized it with a one-liner from Phyllis Diller, and they hatched it by having a rubber chicken sit on it for 9 months. Well, this, anyway, is The Tonight Show, the 60-minute program that asks the burning question, why didn't the three wise men stop off at NBC on their way to Bethlehem? You're very sharp tonight.
Beg pardon?
Did you? I just said you look very sharp tonight because...
Oh, yes, yes.
You see, because he's dressing different than he used to. When he was a child, he had to wear hand-me-downs from the dog. And I'll tell you, it's tough getting your arms and legs in those 4 little teeny sleeves. Anyway, the hardest part I had during the holiday is trying to buy gifts for the people who work for you. True? Yeah. For example, I didn't know what to give my falconer. Every year I give him the same leather glove. A lot of you obviously will be out here for New Year's. Now, you can go to a lot of places New Year's, some of them very expensive, but you do not have to look any further than Burbank, California to have a really great... You go to our new nightclub here, just opened up last month. Windows on Van Nuys. What it is, it's a glass-bottom restaurant over a 7-Eleven store. And the entertainment begins promptly at 3 o'clock in the morning when you can watch the night clerk being pistol-whipped by a junkie. What I say. Liz Taylor, as you know, always likes to start the new year with a new husband. Did you hear the news this week? Yes. What number is that?
7, I think.
This will be 7, she's finished.
That'll be seventh.
She's finished.
She's finished with 7.
Yes.
Oh, she's active. There's been so much rice thrown at Liz Taylor's weddings that the NAACP gave her an award for keeping Uncle Ben alive for 35 years. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Well, I suppose you know that President Reagan signed an executive order this week allowing the government to distribute 30 million pounds of surplus cheese. Do you know that the government has about 460 million pounds stored away? Anyway, they're going to give it to the needy, and that means the poor can now have cheeseburgers if they can just get somebody to donate the meat. The Reagans, as you probably know, the Reagans are in California for their holidays, and they're going to spend New Year's Eve, I understand, at the estate in Palm Springs of Walter Annenberg, who will not be standing in line for cheese either. You know who Walter Annenberg is? He used to, I believe, own the racing form. Mm-hmm. Now owns TV Guide. Is that true?
Right.
And he is rich. I'm talking wealthy. For example, in every bathroom in his home has a roll of all Savers certificates. It is rich. Anyway, tonight we have a good show for you. Thank you for coming. We have Mr. Jimmy Stewart with us tonight. One of the great stars in all the entertainment business. And an actor now. Crazy Steve Martin is with us tonight. You got a little touch of a cold, haven't you?
Terrible cold, yes.
What happened?
I got that for Christmas. It was one of my presents. Oh,
And you can't exchange it either,
No, you
can
can't
you?
get rid of that.
Did you get what you wanted? I don't know how a germ can live on you anyway.
I haven't had a cold in a long time. I don't know why this
It takes a
happened.
brave germ to get in that bloodstream. Oh!
This may be a germ that also drinks. I don't know.
Could be.
But it's terrible. You know, when I had to travel, I went to Houston, and traveling
You're
is
not
murder.
supposed to fly when you have a cold.
I know, but I had to do that, so.
You did.
How would you? You got everything you wanted?
Sure.
What in the world could anybody give you?
I got lots of nice little things.
Did you?
Sure. Okay. My wife found for me something interesting. There was a couple of, you would be interested in this, like decanters.
No.
Which doesn't sound too exciting right off, but they were circa around 1800 from England. Somebody who was in England saw them and said, would you be interested in 2 English decanters? And she said, not particularly. But apparently the owner's original name was, in those days, they etched their name on them. And they were owned by John Carson.
Ooh.
Long since, there's a fly in my coffee. That's all right, how much can he drink? Never. What's he doing in there? The backstroke. Never mind those jokes. Shh, every one of them will want one. Those are 3 quickies right there. What do you expect at these prices? Esther Williams? What was I talking about?
You were talking about the decanters.
Yeah.
John and Carson.
They apparently were owned by somebody in England and they around
Probably
the year
related to
1800.
you.
I doubt that. It could have been.
Sure.
And that was kind of interesting.
That's nice.
Things like that, memorabilia.
Yes.
What are you doing New Year's Eve? What are you doing New Year's Eve? Yep.
Quiet
Party
dinner.
plans?
A little quiet dinner with friends, yes.
You don't go out and mill around and...
I don't mill around. I never mill around.
You're one of the...
I have people that mill around for me. I don't mill around.
When you're rich, you can hire people to go do your own milling. Prices are going up every year. A lot of people like to stay in. A lot of people like to get out and get those crazy party horns. Or what do they call them? New favors? Mm-hmm. Those awful things you curl out and get in your ear. And anyway, we just pulled some things out from the paper here, depending on where you are. Now, out here in Los Angeles.
That's quite a night.
What's quite a night?
Right here.
Oh.
The first one you're going to talk about.
You can go right here to the Forum in Los Angeles. You can see Kenny Rogers, Loretta. We're not plugging shows, but just shows you what's available. Kenny Rogers, Loretta Lynn, Larry Gatlin, and for $35 a seat. Now, that's not bad for New Year's. That sounds high, but some of these other places. How about the world's biggest New Year's Eve dance party? From 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. That's out at Knott's Berry Farm. And what does that charge? You know, I'll see what the prices are compared with last year. $14.
Not bad.
Free party hats. Doesn't everybody look dumb in party hats? And they put that plastic hat on you and you wait till 12
And then when you're
o'clock.
perspiring and the paper mache starts to come down, the green down the side of your face.
Anyway, that's 14 bucks
bucks.
out there. Well, let's see, this is up in Las Vegas. You can go see the Duke Ellington Orchestra for $40. That includes champagne, unlimited drinks. What do you mean unlimited drinks? You mean, oh, that's crazy. No, not for $40, all you can drink? That's bad, because you know what happens when people pay a flat fee and it's open season.
Yeah.
You know, drink too much. Anyway, that's $40. You can go see David Brennan and Shirley MacLaine for $65 a person. But you get a gourmet dinner, champagne cocktails, hats, horns,
Horns, yes.
and party favors. Huh? Jerry Lewis is up in Las Vegas with Carol Lawrence for $35. Out here, let's see, what can you do in Los Angeles? You can go to La Cage aux Folles. You know what La Cage aux Folles is?
Mm-hmm.
They have a show there. It doesn't give you the price, though. Starts at 6 p.m. It doesn't seem right, does it?
That's
New Year's
early.
Eve.
Boy.
That's a long warm-up
People
for a
won't
show.
see the new year.
They start at 6
6
p.m.?
p.m. Oh. I told you that story last year, that I went out to dinner.
Second seating begins at 10. You should
I went
be
out
able
to
say.
dinner at a very fine restaurant, really classy. You know the restaurant, I won't mention the name.
All right.
We sit down, there are four of us. We sit down, black tie, we're looking wonderful. And I glance over, and the guy at the next table has his head in his soup.
Already? An early
10
starter.
o'clock at night.
Early starter. Let's see, out here, the papers are full up, but they run from about $8.75 and up. I like that. At how far up, they don't say. Most of them for dinner, but they run from about $8 to almost, in New York, you can spend $150, I think.
Sure.
Go to some dance or something.
Yeah.
How much?
Regine's is 600.
Isn't that a
Discotheque.
The discotheque is how much?
600.
600 a couple?
Couple, I think, yes. Yeah.
To do what?
You go in and dance, drink, and be merry.
I can do that at home for nothing. Pay $600 to go any place.
Well,
New
you've
Year's Eve.
been
That's-
busy gathering all those things from the papers. You must have picked up every single paper there was to get that long list of ideas for New Year's Eve. I would venture to say that everything you'd ever want to do on New Year's Eve is right there.
I think we can.
Okay.
Yeah. No, we did have a few more.
A couple of our own.
Little things. Some of them are just crazy things to do, but money savers. For example, if you're in Washington, you can go over to Alexander Higgs' house, and at 12 o'clock, they all sing a chorus of "Should All Acquaintances Be Blown Off the Face of the Earth." For you lonely sports fans, spend New Year's Eve molding the leftovers in your refrigerator into the shape of Frank Gifford. I know, I did it crazy. You can sneak into a shopping mall restroom. This is just crazy. Hold a mirror over the top of an occupied stall and scream, "German destroyer off the starboard bow." I told you these are weird. If you're in New York and you can't make it to Times Square, you may want to check out the Cab Drivers Ball. To greet the new year, a giant finger will be dropped from the top of the World Trade Center. For those of you who have nothing to do on New Year's Eve, just before midnight, barricade yourself in your apartment. And when the police SWAT team arrives, ask them to sing a Righteous Brothers song through their bullhorns. Weird. That's too far.
What about it?
Well, that's really crazy.
Well, go try it.
This is for people who are really bizarre. Just for something to do. You pluck off your eyebrows and glue them back on vertically. Then complain loudly that the rest of your face never wants to try anything new. Remove the metal safety guard from the bottom step of a department store escalator and watch a little old lady go all the way around. Those are just a few.
Just a few.
Probably not really worth it at that. Okay. We have Jimmy Stewart here tonight and Steve Martin with us. We will do this and we'll be right back. Stay where you are.
The Golden West, Las Vegas, Disneyland, Florida, Hawaii. They'll give you scheduled flights, great hotels. They'll even get your American visa. It's all in the Americana brochure at your travel agent. Or ring this number for a copy now.
Okay. Got a stopwatch?
Nope, yeah, I got it right here.
Got it? Got the second hand?
Second hand,
Okay.
Rubik's Cube.
You tell me when to go.
All right, ready, get set. You gonna
Yeah?
go.
9 seconds.
That's 14.
14 seconds to destroy the Rubik's Cube. Who
That's
would
a-
have thought?
That's a new record. How are you?
Well, I'm
Just fine, huh?
awesome.
Oh, you certainly are.
Everything's awesome. You've seen those, there always a football, the movies of football, and they always in slow motion, and they have a guy with a deep voice. The awesome passing display of the Detroit. They weren't prepared for the awesome rush of the. I saw a TV commercial for a car, a foreign car, and it said, the 1982 Ferguson, it's awesome. So I figure if that's awesome, hey, I'm
I'm
awesome.
awesome. Why not? You can be as awesome as
I'm pretty
anybody else. He came to play.
I thought your monologue was
It
awesome.
was awesome. Awesome.
Backstage was awesome.
Everything. This world is awesome.
Sitting next to Mr. Stewart.
It's awesome.
That's awesome.
You betcha. Your performance in Pennies from Heaven.
It's
Awesome.
interesting. I'm actually very embarrassed to be out here tonight. I haven't been on the show for a year and a half.
That long ago? Well, you've been
Well, I
preparing
thought you
for-
were counting the days.
Well, I have it on my...
No, I did 2 movies, and I did a special and everything, and I just haven't had anything to come out and plug.
That's right.
And-
there's no reason to show up here just for the hell of it.
Oh, sure, I could have come on and said, Johnny, how's it going?
Hey, this is kind of an electronic
But when you got a
shopping
movie
cart.
out there, you want to come on.
Yeah, and
But I'm kind of, I don't know, I feel embarrassed because the reviews,
I've read some
honestly,
very good reviews.
have been very
I've
good
read
from
some
the
very-
heavyweights.
Yeah,
Have been very
biggies.
good, and it's embarrassing.
Yeah, it must be.
And people call me and they say, "Did you read this?" You know, and I go, "Oh, I don't think so." It's just, it's
Yeah.
horrible. One guy called me up. I was so embarrassed. This is stupid,
Yeah.
but I wet my pants. It was so embarrassing.
You're kidding.
Really?
Just from reading the review?
Yeah. And so I knew. I said, "I come out here. What are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about Pennies from Heaven. Johnny's going to read the reviews, and I'm going to be embarrassed." And so that's why
I
we
don't
like-
have one here. Do- Just,
I mean, don't read that.
this... Martin's performance has a chilling intelligence.
Stop!
He's a haunted man with his arrow collar look, nice guy grin, and desperate yearning eyes.
Yearning eyes.
Yes,
I've got yearning eyes.
yearning eyes.
You know what that's worth in the movies?
Yeah.
Millions.
Awesome. Awesome.
Awesome.
Here's
Don't
another.
read
well,
anymore.
No, Pennies from Heaven is a rejuvenating landmark achievement in the evolution of Hollywood's music.
Just stop it.
Well, maybe one more, huh?
No, wait.
Maybe
Whatever
one-
you do,
What?
don't read this one. Wait a minute. Don't read that right there.
I think it's the movie of the year.
Wait a minute. Now, you got to read that right. You can't say it's not. He says, I think it's the movie of the year. It's not. I think it's the movie of the year. It's, I think it's the movie of the year. Maybe Ed should read that.
He's announced. He's got the voice. You're right.
Go ahead.
Training.
I would say that definitely this is the movie of the year.
Hey, I think that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
All right, now. This is Pauline Kael from the New York.
Well,
This is
I
so
don't know.
embarrassing. Go ahead.
Well, when he calls up a song, he has an expression of eagerness and awe. Yeah, and it goes on. Seems to have a wild-eyed intensity here that draws you right into Arthur's depression, desperation, and his lies. Did you get that embarrassed again?
I think he's excited, overexcited.
He got... I'm not gonna... You only have one? I'd read another one, but I assume this is the only change you have? Yeah, okay. We're gonna show a film clip from this very movie.
Okay, now.
Okay.
I'm gonna do this real fast, the setup.
Right.
There's no setup to this film clip because it's the beginning of the picture.
Right.
So this is it.
Watch.
Johnny, sugar.
Come on, John.
Sugar.
Wake up, baby.
No, Arthur, don't. No.
Come on, Johnny.
No, it's too early, Arthur. I'm not awake. Oh, Arthur, there isn't time.
Oh, there's always time for this, Joan.
No, stop it. Arthur, no, don't. No, I said no.
Why not? Why not, Joan?
You said you wanted to get away early. That's what you said.
You never want to, do you? Never.
Fix the coffee, will you, darling?
Damn coffee.
Arthur.
Listen, Joan, don't you understand? I'm gonna be away from home for 4 days and nights.
There's no need to swear, is there?
That's not much of a cuss.
Well, I don't think it's very nice, Arthur, especially in your own home.
You don't give me a chance. You gotta give me a chance.
I don't know what you mean, Arthur.
Should wake and feel your lips surrender to mine, I'd just be wasting time in dreaming. In all my dreams it seems that you are near, dear, but when I wake you always disappear. If I should wait.
Now, the reason he showed that was this is a different picture. You got 2 minutes now.
I got 2 minutes?
You got 2 minutes.
Okay, now, just quickly.
Yeah.
With all these reviews.
Right.
And it is such an interesting, strange movie, and the really powerful people in the industry have given it great reviews. And, of course, there has been negative reviews, too.
Yeah.
And I've found something that the people who like it are like wise and intelligent people.
Yeah.
And the people who don't like it
Real
are
dummies.
ignorant scum.
Right.
And so
That can happen.
Yeah.
That can happen.
you liked it, didn't you?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, let's see.
Sure. Right.
Now, I figured, I realized this with the interviews, the reviews, I'm a natural to win the Oscar.
Right.
I mean, it's just, I'm going to get it because they overlooked me for The Jerk.
Right.
And they want to give it to me for this.
Right.
So I went home, I started writing my acceptance speech, and it turned out so good
Yeah.
that I got worried that what if something happens to me before Oscar night? I could be run over by a bus, there could be a million things go wrong, and then I wouldn't get to give my speech.
All right, go
So
on
I
to
thought
the
tonight,
audience quickly.
Okay,
Go
I
on to
would
the
give the
audience.
speech tonight, then they can roll the tape on the night of the Oscars in case anything happens to
Absolutely.
me. You're the host.
Real quick.
Here we go.
All right. Okay. The winner for this year's Oscar for Best Performance in a Motion Picture, Pennies from Heaven, Mr. Steve Martin.
I didn't expect this. I did it all myself. I don't have anybody to thank, not Mom and Dad, or the people behind the camera. It was just me. But the competition this year, De Niro, Brando, Pacino, Hoffman.
We'll be back in a moment, friends. No, I hope the movie's a big hit for you.
Did you see this? Did you get a close shot of this? It's a bowling trophy with the head done backwards.
Pennies from
Kinda
Heaven's
funny.
playing all over the nation right now.
Yeah.
I hope it's a big hit for you.
Well, I hope it is,
Thanks
too.
for being here. Jimmy, we'll see you Friday morning in the New Year's Rose Bowl parade. Thanks for being here. Have a nice evening. Good night.